What I'll say really quickly is that they came out terribly in the first. They had a better half of the second period. But, I mean, look at the final score.
So, guys, we're doing a reaction here to Eck, and I'm a Ranger fan, okay? And Sam Carrick here can tell you it hasn't been very good for the Rangers so far. So make sure you guys subscribe to Eck, subscribe here, and let's go.
First get, however, to the tilt between 6'2". He's a pretty large fella at 230, but man, does he look small next to Rempe. And they danced tomorrow, and worst of all, he did not return after the fight. You know what? I am being completely serious. Matt Rempe has been one of the bright spots for this year's Rangers team. Their fourth line just generally has been playing really well.
Well, they just moved him up to the third line spot, in the right wing spot, so he's not with Carrick and Edstrom anymore, you know? But I'm glad for him, because everyone gives Rempe shit. Oh, he's just a giraffe with baby legs on the ice, you know? It's just like, dude, give him some time. He was a rookie, you know? He's getting better.
Been generating chances, he's been forechecking, he's been laying the body, but the score was 1-0 before the tilt happened. You would imagine that the Rangers get some momentum from that. That 1-0 goal, by the way, was the start of the hat trick. 6 minutes into the power play, Eklund gets a shot on net, and it's just bouncing around front. Celebrini tips it, it bounces around and in. Sticks just completely shattered, unlucky, 2-0 Sharks.
Dude, Celebrini not only got the hat trick, but he had 4 freaking goals on Igor. That is embarrassing.
Later, we have Eklund to pest along the boards. The Rangers cough it up. He gets it to Smith, who gets it to Macklin, who gets the quick rip and snipes it past Igor's head. 3-1 Sharks at the end of the period. The Rangers stormed back in the second, going up 4-3 off Taylor Raddysh's second of the night after Celebrini mishandles the puck along the boards. You like to see a root vegetable getting on his horse down the ice. He elects not to pass a sturdy veggie, and he rips it to put the boys up. I thought maybe then Celebrini's luck was turning for the night, but he proved me wrong as he sniped his Hattie again right before the end of the period, this time before the end of the second. This was like a lot of the other ones we saw tonight. The Rangers lose a puck battle to a young Shark. This time it's Will Smith stealing it and then feeding Selly, who cranks it. 4-4 tie game, and that's his hat trick. But he'd have more points come. And he also picked up an assist on Smith's first of the night. Thankfully, my boy Root Veg, I will say, by the way, Taylor Raddysh has been one of those players that Rangers fans, like one of those down line players that Rangers fans completely hate, even though the problem is clearly, you know, their top line. But JT Miller, full credit.
I don't hate Raddysh. I thought it was awesome that he was able to freaking get a hat trick. I don't hate him.
It does hit him with a beautiful backhand. He rips down the wing and claps one. That's a hat trick for him as well.
There
and
you
of course,
go.
Being in New York, you get a couple toques on the ice, and there we no more scoring. We go to OT, and a pretty boring one until the Sharks turn on the juice. Rangers had the puck going for the first minute or so. They did nothing with it. Sharks get it, and first Smith gets it to Celebrini for a great chance. Igor saves that one. Thank you, Mr. Igor. But once again, the Rangers mishandle the puck along the board. Celebrini is on their ass, makes them pay, scoops it up, turns on a dime to return the favor to the Fresh Prince as Smith snipes the one-timer, and just like that, the Sharks have their first win of the year, and the Rangers are still winless at home. The Rangers
still winless at home. Okay, I have myself. I have a connection, a high-up connection with NHL. I can get Rangers tickets anytime I want. I have not attended a single home game because I'm just afraid that I'm going to go to this game and just be disappointed and just be like, why am I even here? Like, I have Delta Lounge tickets, and I'm like, I'm not going to go and watch the Rangers lose. I'm just not going to do it. I was there at the Eastern Conference Finals in 2024 for Game 2. All right? I was there with Sean Avery. I washed my hands next to Sean Avery in the bathroom. That's how freaking close I was to the action. But now, watching it on TV is as far as I want to go. The Sharks absolutely destroyed them. I knew that the Sharks hadn't had a victory. They were playing the Rangers at home. That was going to be their first win. And here we go.
At the end of the first were actually booed by their fans. God damn it, do they deserve it. After the game, they talked about not playing up to their opponent, playing down to their level. Boys, you do not have the credentials right now to talk down to anybody, much less say you're playing down to someone's level. You haven't won a game at home yet. Anyway, an unreal game for the Young Guns. 5-point night for Celebrini. He hit a Hattie and a couple of apples. 4 points for Will Smith. 3 apples.
Look, Mike Sullivan is a Stanley Cup winner. He's been with the Penguins for years, okay? The guy obviously knows what he's doing. But the fact is, we got a lot of new players. Kreider's gone. Trouba's gone. Keandre Miller's gone. Not like it really mattered anyway. But yet, imagine this. Kreider goes to Anaheim, the Ducks. He's scoring like crazy. Keandre Miller goes to the Carolina Hurricanes. He's scoring like crazy. But they couldn't do jack shit at the Garden. They couldn't do anything with the Rangers in the end. In my opinion, there was definitely the locker room drama coming from the Goudreau trade and coming from the Trouba trade. Okay? And nothing was the same after that.
Strudels for Eklund, Colin Graff and Misa both grabbed an assist too. Just a total youth movement which absolutely out-hustled the Rangers tonight. You know, I'm hard on the Rangers. They clearly have more skill. You see that when they actually try on their zone entries, but no effort. And of course, this reminded me of another painful moment in Rangers history. October 2013, a young Thomas Hertl, 4 goals against the Rangers. And we all remember, I think, what Joe Thornton said he would do if he ever scored 4. Anyway, what did you think about this tilt between the two beefy boys, and how about the Sharks?
So what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. It was extremely depressing if you're a Rangers fan. All I'm going to say is this, guys. The Rangers are a great team. Okay? They're an original 6, as everybody knows. But the fact of the matter is this. If you don't have the heart, if you don't really want it, it's just not going to happen. Celebrini's got a lot to prove, being a first-round pick last year. Rempe has got a lot to prove because everyone just looks at him as some big buffoon of a goon, you know? And he's clearly really trying to make something of himself. And I think he's doing a great job. He's really come a long way. There's a reason they moved him up from the 4th line to the 3rd. To Eck,